All right, welcome back to the channel. I want to show you guys the stinger transitions that came with the latest Resolve 19 update. Under effects here, under generators, we now have stinger transitions category. If you have this three dot menu up here selected with hover scrub preview checkmarked, you can go over any of these transitions and scrub from left to right, and it gives you a preview of what it looks like and how it's going to be on the timeline. What I thought's beneficial is if you grab one of these elements and put it on your timeline, you can see this is a fusion clip. So put the playhead over it, hit Shift 5. That'll take it into your fusion page. And then you can hit Command E or double click to expand this group. I'm going to move the media out over here so we got a little more room. Bring this up. Now you can walk through how this element was made directly from a version of an element that Blackmagic created. So you can click on any of these, and if you hit the number 2, that puts it into your main viewer. And if you have dual screen on here, this is viewer side 1 or number 1. This is viewer 2. If you hit 2, and then 3 is your main output. You can toggle that on and off. So then you can just follow through the workflow path. So here's this rectangle. Here's render 2. So let's put this merge in here in the viewer 3. We'll actually go back to our media out, number 2, and let's look at what this merge is doing. So Command P toggles them on and off, and you can see the change up here in the viewer. So now we have this workflow, and we could see here's our transform element. If we hit play, you can see it going across the screen. If we click on that node and open it in the inspector and double click, you can watch and see the center X position is keyframed. So if we go back to the start, you can see that is now keyframed to scale across the screen from left to right. So you can do this throughout the entire comp and see how everything works together, when they use what. You can see when it's a foreground, when it's a background, all of that. So we have main text on this one. You could change that and customize it if you wanted to double click in the upper right under inspector and make your own text. And then there's a logo actually hidden behind this. So if we disable this node with Command P, you can see a logo right behind it. And here's the logo element. It says drag logo here .png. You can actually hit Shift and disconnect that. And we could move our trusty Resolve logo down here and then connect that to the foreground of the transform. And now we have that logo in the middle instead. This thing will obviously cache and get you real-time playback, but you can do that on any of these elements. And if you're newer to Fusion, it's nice to kind of get in here and explore and see how everything's made, when each element's used. And you can always go back and open it again or open any of the other elements over here that they provided. And without worrying about doing something wrong or why isn't it working, you could always drop a new version down on the timeline and start with a fresh element. All right, as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next video.